Kay Burley is a British television newsreader, presenter and journalist, best known as a news anchor for Sky News since 1988. She currently anchors the 14:00 to 17:00 strand on Sky News from Tuesdays through to Fridays and is now the longest-serving female newsreader in Britain. She previously had a regular 3-hour radio show on Sundays on LBC Radio. Early life: Kay Burley was born in 1960 in Wigan, Lancashire. She was raised as a Roman Catholic. Her first reporting job was at the Evening Post and Chronicle in Wigan at the age of 17. Broadcasting career: Burley worked in local radio and TV, including Tyne Tees Television, before joining TVM in 1985 as a reporter and occasional newsreader. From 1987, she presented TVM's First Hour, filling in for Caroline Wrighton and covering Anne Diamond's maternity leave. Burley was recruited by Andrew Neil, and joined Sky Television, launching the Sky One entertainment channel in November 1988 with her own documentary The Satellite Revolution. She moved to the fledgling Sky News in 1988. Among many noteworthy assignments, she fronted Sky News coverage from Sri Lanka following the 2004 Indian Ocean earthquake and subsequent tsunami. In 2005, she was prominent in Sky News's coverage of both the general election and the royal wedding of Prince Charles and Camilla Parker Bowles, and in 2013 was prominent in the coverage of the birth of Prince George of Cambridge. Burley is also known for presenting news coverage on Christmas morning on Sky News. Burley is also an occasional contributor to the tabloid Sunday Mirror, and in the summer of 2006 appeared occasionally on Channel 5's news bulletins. She has appeared as a stand-in for Ian Dale on his Sunday politics show on London talk radio station LBC 97.3. Kay joined LBC Radio on March 23, 2014 along with Asuna unregistered trademark managing editor Stig Abel to present a show from 8-11 am on Sundays. Writing: Burley's first novel, First Ladies, was published on May 12, 2011. The book is an erotic romance set in the media industry, including television news. According to one reviewer, it's a turgid mess, which isn't even bad enough to be good. Unfortunately, this book, with its dire comic timing, complete absence of irony, pointless digressions, dull plotting and complete lack of any engaging characters, is so mind-numblingly, fist-chewingly awful, that unregistered trademark just bad. Burley's latest novel, Betrayal, was released in May 2012. Criticism: reporting as part of Sky News's coverage of the 11 September 2001 terrorist attacks on the USA, Burley claimed that the entire eastern seaboard of the United States has been decimated by a terrorist attack, a statement for which he continues to receive criticism. On February 3, 2010, Burley interviewed Peter Andre less than 24 hours after his ex-wife Katie Price married Alex Reid in Las Vegas. Andre had been booked in advance to promote his new album, when Burley questioned him about Price, Reid and his children. He was also asked to comment on an interview Dwight Yorke, the father of Price's first child Harvey, had given to Sky News in October 2009. When the questions advanced to asking whether Andre feared losing custody of his children to Reid, he became visibly upset, declaring "I was not prepared for this," and asking to end the interview. Burley's treatment of Andre garnered almost 900 complaints to Ofcom, although she was cleared of any breaching of broadcasting guidelines. In February 2010, Burley was forced to apologize on air for offending Catholics when she joked that U.S. Vice President Joe Biden, who had ashes on his forehead to mark Ash Wednesday, had a large bruise that he had picked up from walking into a door, or from slipping on ice during his recent trip to Canada for the 2010 Winter Olympics. On May 8, 2010, Burley was heckled during an interview outside the Houses of Parliament by a protester who chanted "Sack Kay Burley." Watch the BBC. Sky News' shit. Burley, who was talking to Ben Page from Ipsos Mori, commented that "they don't like the Sun, they don't like us, they don't like Rupert" before the interview was abruptly terminated, with the broadcast cutting to a silent, animated Sky News logo for over a minute. Burley was also criticized for an interview with David Babs, executive director of 38 Degrees, in which she repeatedly interrupted him as he talked about the possible consequences of a coalition between the Conservatives and Liberal Democrats, saying, "Your views are not going to sway the people that are talking behind closed doors. The public have voted for a hung parliament. We have got exactly what we voted for. So you marching down past Westminster today will make no difference whatsoever. Why don't you just go home? Why didn't you go home and watch it on Sky News?" The Guardian commented, "Pax man, it ain't." The media regulator Ofcom received over 700 complaints about the incident from viewers, but found no breach of its code. On September 9, 2010, Burley interrupted Labour MP Chris Bryant during an interview regarding developments in the News of the World phone hacking affair with the words, "No, no, no, you can't say that, sir. No, 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 I have to interrupt you, do you have evidence for that? Pretty strong claim if you don't." When Bryant responded that the evidence for his statement was clearly included in the parliamentary debate that Burley was actually covering in that section of the programme, she replied, "So you were in a position to have listened to the debate and read the report, and as a result you were content to say that on telly?" Bryant responded, "I have just said that. You seem to be a bit dim, if you don't mind me saying so." On October 5, 2012, Burley was accused of insensitivity after she broke the news of the probable death of missing 5-year-old April Jones live on air to volunteers who had been assisting in the search for her. The interviewees were unaware that the case had become a murder inquiry. Dancing on Ice. Burley was a contestant for the second series of the ITV reality television show Dancing on Ice, beginning on January 20, 2007. She was skating for Macmillan Cancer Care, in memory of her mother, who had died of breast cancer. She also donated her appearance fee to the charity. Burley went out of the show in the 5th week following a skate-off. Personal life. Burley is twice divorced and has one son from a 1-year marriage to Steve Kuetner, a football agent of Frank Lampard. References. External links, biographies, Kay Burley Sky News, Kay Burley, Biography and Images TV Newsroom.